What's up, guys? Chaos here with another kind of interesting deck. I like it. This is a peasant deck, or I'm sorry, this is a pauper deck. It actually has no uncommons, so it's not peasant. I actually do play peasant in real life a bit, and I would say if I were to make this a peasant deck, I would probably put standstills in it because I think they're amazing in this deck. Or they seem amazing. But anyway, it's a mono blue control, mono blue fish, if you want to call it. Or as my friend Cliff calls it, ninja fairies, which kind of sticks. I like it. Basically, it plays almost like a Merfolk deck, um, but a little bit more interactive, I think. Um, Start off with the lands. It's 19 islands. Real sick, I know. And then 3 quicksands. These things are amazing. I mean, they kill like a large percentage of the creatures in this format. They're amazing. Um, Bone Splitters may look kind of meh, but they're actually really good in this deck, and I'll get to that a little later. Um, you got your base of counter spells, starting off with the best one ever, counter spell, counter target spell. Yeah, pretty good. Second up, Mana Leak, which is also pretty good, and Force Spike, which is pretty sick to do that on turn 1, especially if you're on the play and you go, okay, Force Spike, and then especially if you have 2, it's awesome. Also pretty sick, especially in this deck, is Spell Stutter Sprite. It counters target spell with converted mana cost X or less, where X is the number of fairies you control. So this is always going to counter a 1. But you also have to remember you have other fairies in this deck. I mean, multiple Spell Stutters. You have Cloud of Fairies. These things are like really good. When they come into play, they untap 2 lands. So you're basically looking at a free 1/1 flyer. And that also helps Spell Stutter Sprite. And also you have Pestermite, which has flash. You can tap down, for example, if you're playing against someone who's on 3 lands and they have 2 different colors, or a lot of people play the lands that bounce a land, come into play tapped, and they tap for 2. Well, you can tap down one of those and you just deny them 2 mana for the turn. Alternatively, you can tap down anything. I mean, artifacts. You can untap your own things. I mean, I played Pestermite, on their upkeep or whatever, or even at the end of your turn, and untapped one of your own lands for a counterspell. I mean, there's a lot of different uses for it. It's pretty good, and again, it makes Spell Stutter Spread a lot better. Ninja is really sick. I mean, this guy, what he does is you pay 2, you attack with a creature and you pay 2, and you return it has to be an unblocked creature. You return it to your hand, and you put this guy tapped and attacking, and automatically he's going to hit them. So every time he does combat damage to a player, you draw a card. So at worst, this is a 2 mana draw card. That's also a 2/2. Pretty good, especially because you can bounce your Spell Stutter Sprite or your Pestermite to do things, or the next guy you can bounce your Muldrifter and draw more cards. A lot of cool interactions with the Ninja and the Spell Stutter and all the fairies and everything. 2 of Muldrifter just to draw cards. It's a great creature. And then I put a 1 of Gush. It doesn't fit this deck super well, but it's a really powerful card, especially late game when you have like 5-6 lands, and paying this for basically 0 is just insane. Draw 2 cards for 0, it's so good. And then last is Spire Golems. These guys are amazing. You play this guy on turn 4 for 2 mana, and you have 2 mana up for any counterspell in your deck. I mean, this guy it pretty much either chumps, well, not chumps, he's basically a wall against, 3 toughness creatures, or he kills a lot of other creatures, and he's flying. So, I mean, a 2/4 for, which normally in this deck is going to be for 3 mana, for 2 mana, for 1 mana, for nothing. I mean, I have this deck in real life as well, and, it's pretty sick, going, okay, Gush, draw Spire Golem, play it for 0. Like, a 2/4 flyer for 0 in this format is insane. It's so good. And like I said, this deck plays like a fish deck, so you're playing stuff on their turn. I mean, basically the whole fairy concept is you're abusing flash, you're abusing Cloud of Fairies, basically a 0 mana 1/1 creature flying, and then you have these little guys and you put a bone splitter on them. Now all of a sudden your spell stutter sprite that countered, a stagger shock is now swinging for 3 in the air with a bone splitter every turn. It's really great. And then you can ninja bounce the spell stutter, draw a card, play your spell stutter to counter something else. I mean, it's got some really cool interactions. It's a pretty fun deck to play if you like playing these kind of fish decks, and I certainly do. I mean, I have a Merfolk deck that I play in Modern, and it's a lot of fun. It's great. Sideboard wise, I have a 1 of Calisite Zephyr. I like this guy against control decks, against burn decks, against almost anybody. I mean, he's a wall, he's a beater, he's everything. Shroud, he's great. 4 dispels, kind of speaks for itself. These things are pretty awesome. 4 Perilous Mirror. This guy's pretty good against a lot of different decks. I mean, he can chump something. He can kill 3 toughness creatures. He can trade with a 1/1 and kill another creature. He can be double removal. He does quite a bit of things. He's not too shabby. The only things I would change to this, I haven't played this version online in a while, but the Sea Sprites I would cut down to 2, and instead of the Mistblade Shinobi, I would put in Hydroblast. So you have Hydroblast and 2 Sea Sprites. So you have a pretty good, like Red Deck Wins matchup or Goblins matchup. Besides that, this deck pretty much is a good matchup versus a lot of things. It's pretty good against combo, obviously, counter spells and all that junk, and it's pretty decent against aggro. You can counter a lot of other things. You have your own pretty decent threats. Spider Golem is really, really good against aggro decks, and yeah, I mean, if they don't have a very high threat density, 2 counter spells can just win you the game, and then you just beat them down with little fairies. And like I said, it's a pretty fun deck to play, and it's relatively cheap. I believe the most expensive card in this deck was probably either Cloud of Fairies or Gush, and they're probably not more than 1 or 2 tickets a piece. I mean, this deck is, I'm pretty certain, under $10, and I think it's a really good deck to play. It has a good matchup versus everything, and it's fun. So if you guys are looking to get into Peasant online, this is one of the decks I would probably, recommend playing. It's fun, it's cool, it's good too. So try it out.